Hi, my name is Katie Pumayalli. I am from Telluride High School, and I went to the Doris Neuroscience Center in Scripps Research. Also, after the thing, I have a mouse brain and some tissue, like if anybody wants to see some brain tissue. Cool. Let's get started. So I mainly worked on the Clarity Catch process, which had multiple different types of labs that were part of it, multiple types of steps. I was fortunate enough to work with the Yi Lab, which are very kind people who fully brought me in and just treated me as an adult, which I really appreciated. Um, so also, warning. Um, so I did perfusion and harvesting. So the first step of this process that I did was prepare the mice to get injected with drugs. Either it was a non-drug, like a sort of placebo effect, or a cancer drug or an antidepressant drug, which is really interesting because I know people on the antidepressant that I was working on, which was super cool. So what I first did is then I hold the mice by like the most gentle way possible, and then I injected them with the drug itself, and after that I put them under anesthesia and sacrificed them. Personally, I was able to sacrifice 2 mice, which it took a lot of part of my soul, but I learned it is for science, and my morals were challenged, but I definitely pushed through. These are some livers that I collected. And then this was one of my favorite days where I collected 70 organs in one day. Yeah, it was very, very hard, but it's worth for science. And then you do the tissue slicing, the clearing, and the dyeing. So these are the mouse brains that I talked about earlier. They're embedded in this gel, which allows us to then slice it up in a machine, which creates like 10 millimeter inch slices, which are super fragile, and they're in here. And after that, I was able to put them in this process that allows me to clean it, making it a transparent, so that once it's transparent, we're able to dye it with different dyes that activate to different parts of a neuron. For example, the nucleus or the synapse. The nucleus is one of the most common ones, called the DAPI stain, which you will see in a few seconds. After that, so up here is some liver tissues, actually, and then some brain tissues right next to it with the DAPI stain, which gives it a blue tint. So after you start dyeing the tissue and it's ready for it to be imaged, you put it in this mounting solution, which you put it on a slide. And actually, the way that we lock it in is by using clear nail polish, which really surprised me, because who knew cosmetics would help with science? So yay! After that, I would go to the confocal, which is a super cool like laser power thingy that creates a 3D model of the tissue, so you're able to fully see the patterns that the drug creates. So here is one of my favorite pictures that I took. It is like all of the blue stuff is a DAPI staining, which is the nucleus, and all the white stuff is the drug. So you could really see that how affecting that drug is in that section of the brain. The lighter or the more color there is, the more drug there is. Then finally, it was a liver, which I got to see, which was really cool. And that's what I did. I imaged that myself, which is really fun. Very low, so I didn't break anything. For my adventures, I went to some botanical gardens. I went to the beach with my roommate, Sienna Parr. Love her. I went to the San Diego Fair, went to the zoo with the fellow Pinterns, hung out with fellow Pinterns. It was really sweet because, I need a community out there. It's hard, but you can make it work. And I watched some Formula One. Go Cars. My advice for future Pinterns is don't take anything for granted. Even the hard stuff, like, it's all worth it in the end. Like, all these things that I know now will help me be, hopefully, in a lab when my freshman year in undergrad, which I'm really hopeful for. Ask questions. Scientists love to seem smart. Make them seem smart by explaining things to you. Be grateful for everything. I was so grateful to my host family, to like everyone around me. Step out of your comfort zone. I got a henna tattoo. Never thought I was gonna do that, but I did it. And then just like research as much as possible because you want to learn everything and have fun. Do a lot of cool and random things that you never thought you would. Finally, thank you for everyone to make this possible.